Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at 15 cities completely submerged underwater and they still look the way they were. First of all that you have to do is to subscribe and hit the bell icon for you not to miss out any of my new videos like this. If you're interested to know about the next big and richest cities that are said to be in the same situation by the year 2050 to 2100, check the link in the description below to get access to the video. And don't forget to like and also comment on my new videos cause I will be able to release more videos for you. Did you know that 2/3 of the earth is covered with water, and almost reaching 97% of it is saltwater? It is kind of like a certainty that some cities in the future, and in the past, would be submerged in water. The future we are talking about here might arrive sooner rather than later. So when we say in the near future, it could happen in our generation, within our lifetime. 1. Underwater cities, Panagoria, Greece. Before the underwater city was discovered, the notion of Phanagoria as a city was just another story in mythology. Fiction became real when archaeologists unearthed a gravestone of the legendary Hypsicrates, the wife of Mithridates V. This underwater city now lies under the waters of the Black Sea. But long ago it was the largest Greek city. Further explorations were made and divers saw marble plinth, artifacts, and that amazing tombstone. The underwater city of Phanagoria is technically on Russian soil now. 2. Underwater cities, Dwarka, India. The ancient city of Dwarka lies below modern-day Dwarka in India. About 130 feet below the surface are magnificent ruins of the ancient city of Lord Krishna. Local legend tells of Lord Krishna's city of palaces made of precious gems, silver, and gold. The underwater city was discovered in the year 2000. And one artifact was believed to have come from the mythical city of Dwarka. Not so mythical now, the golden palaces may be deeper in the seabed. They would definitely be worth a fortune. 3. Underwater cities, Villa EPECUÉN, Argentina. A small town in Argentina called Villa EPECUÉN was a prosperous community just 40 years ago. A lot has changed since then, though. During the late 80s and early 90s the town slowly sank. Or the waters of the nearby EPECUÉN Lake, or Lago EPECUÉN, slowly rose. The town was completely submerged in water before the end of the millennium. Then, in 2009, the waters came down. And what they now have in Villa EPECUÉN are traces of a once thriving community of about 5,000 people. 4. Underwater cities, Port Royal, Jamaica. If there were ever beautifully preserved underwater remains of a city that once flourished above ground, it would be Jamaica's Port Royal. As devastating as it was for the port and its inhabitants, it was reported that the sinking of the port city took the lives of about 2,000 people. It was a perfectly preserved underwater city because when it sank, it happened in just minutes. It was a 30-year-old port with relatively new structures that sank during a massive earthquake that shook the whole area. 6. Underwater cities, Thonis Heracleion, Egypt. Temples and stone statues, a lot of shipwrecks. Assorted evidence of a city that was once above ground. These underwater remnants are what can be seen and what remained from an ancient Egyptian port. The sunken city of Thonis Heracleion in Egypt was the official port of the country a long time ago. Perhaps the engineering and architecture of ports were not as strong because it was believed that the reason for Thonis Heracleion sinking was an earthquake that broke an already unstable base. 7. Underwater cities, Xicheng, China. China's famed underwater city is one of those rare underwater cities that was submerged on purpose to make way for the construction of a huge dam in 1959. The inhabitants of the city all had to move out permanently for the project to get done. Now the Lion City is 40 meters underneath Qandao Lake and is well preserved. Checking it out is like having a scuba tour of ancient China as it has amazing artifacts and large structures from the Qing and Ming dynasties. 8. Underwater cities, Mulifanu site, Samoa. When archaeologists came upon thousands of pieces of pottery spread over the seabed off the Samoan coast, they knew that these belonged to some form of civilization. Research of the area and its history led to the Lapita. They were a group of settlers that originated in Eastern Asia and traveled to Micronesia and Polynesia in 2000 BC. These people flourished in the Pacific Islands for years and were known to be very skilled at pottery. The island of Upolu believed to have been inhabited by the Lapita people. And these pottery shards were theirs. Archaeologists speculate that rising tides may have sunk some settlements in the area, along with these pottery artifacts. 9. Underwater cities, Pavlopetri, Greece. This mysterious underwater city in Greece is called Pavlopetri. Remnants of the city and artifacts led archaeologists to claim that the city sunk about 5,000 years ago. Unlike the other ancient underwater cities found all over the planet, this lost city is really a forgotten one, as there are no myths or local legend that supports its existence. They say the underwater city of Pavlopetri may have existed during the Minoan civilization, like most sunken and lost cities in this article. It also believed that Pavlopetri fell and sunk during an earthquake. 10. Underwater cities, Curonvenosta, Italy. Huron and its unfortunate fate was an accidental sinking of a city after a dam construction had gone wrong. Huron is a city in Italy, near bordering countries Austria and Switzerland. Presently, the city is underneath Lake Resia. And the only thing letting people know that there once was a city in this location, covered by the lake, is a church bell tower standing in the middle of the water. During winter, one can walk on the frozen lake and see the city's bell tower up close. 11. Underwater cities, Yonaguni Jima, Japan. The Ryukyu Islands of Japan offers a spectacle no other island in the world possesses. An underwater pyramid. The amazing and gigantic structure is called the Yonaguni Monument, a 250 feet piece of boulder shaped like a pyramid. Some say it's not man-made, but natural. But we think it is man-made. How can a structure this big and shaped as it is not be created by men? It was probably an ancient project of the Japanese people but was abandoned when Egypt beat them to it. Whatever the reason is, the underwater pyramid is one spectacle that lures diving enthusiasts from all over the world. 12. Underwater cities, Jal Mahal, India. Think of the Taj Mahal swimming in a kiddie pool. That's what the Jal Mahal looks like. It is a 300-year-old palace in the middle of India's Mansagar Lake. The people of India made the mistake of constructing a dam after the erection of this palace. The dam flooded the area and the Jal Mahal along with it. Today, the Water Palace of Jaipur is a tourist attraction. Come at night because the Jal Mahal is best viewed with the moon shining on the water. 13. Underwater cities, Atlit Yam, Israel. If there is an underwater city with a lot of artifacts and remnants in it, the Atlit Yam in Israel is that city. It is a submerged Neolithic settlement with countless evidence of a bustling city. There are well-preserved ancient roads, houses, and other structures. There are also stone circles, hunting tools, and seeds for farming. In the submerged city, they even found skeletons of men, women, and children. Furthermore, they found that some of the remains died of tuberculosis, which kind of makes the ancient people of Atlit Yam the patient zero of this disease. 14. Underwater cities, Alexandria, Egypt. Archaeologists claim to have found Cleopatra's palace. The iconic Egyptian queen and her palace were found underwater. And they even claim that in it is her tomb. It is quite a historic find. It might as well be an underwater museum, located off the coast of Alexandria. Cleopatra's palace and tomb are not the only amazing things they found here. They also found the Lighthouse of Alexandria and the Temple of Isis. For sure, this location would become one of the best tourist attractions in the world. 15. Underwater cities, Huanacu, Bolivia. A millennium-and-a-half-year-old city were discovered at the bottom of a lake in Bolivia. This lake is called Lake Titicaca, and about 20 meters from the lake's surface, one will start to see the remains of the forgotten and lost city. Archaeologists and divers found, aside from a temple, terraces, walls, and roads. These structures were believed to be the city of Huanacu, a popular local myth that has just been proven to be more than mere myth. 16. Underwater cities, Baia, Italy. During ancient times, there was a city in Italy, much like a hot vacation spot for celebrities of that time. Ancient celebrities were the kings and queens, emperors and royalty. The Vegas Y city was called Baia, and it was a Roman settlement at that time. After a takeover by foreign forces in the 8th century, the city was abandoned. The rising tides and the lack of civilization to maintain the city led to it going underwater. Some of the remnants can be seen from a boat, and it's kind of like a tourist attraction today. Thanks for watching, but for you not missing out any of my new videos, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You may also like this video for me to make for you more videos.